Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to Dragon Age Veilguard, where I had to just transfer some files over to make room for on my laptop, and I'm like sitting here like, hurry up. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Explore the prison where the gods have lived for millennia, and Solus was imprisoned for like a month and really just hated it. Yeah, I know there's like a set way out, but like, what if there's gotta be. The gods have been here for so long, there's gotta be stuff. A chest? Locked chest. I have to unlock my regrets, maybe? Oh, I was gonna jump, but okay. Did he leave me a way out?
A wolf statue. Of course.
He might have left me a way out, honestly.
How did Solus get out of here?
A remnant of failure. 200 caretaker power. Oh, orb shards broken by misplaced trust. Slivers of an irretrievable power. The kindling of regrets. Humming with a diffuse lost vitality. Interesting. These were the orb shards from Inquisition. Broken by misplaced trust. Well, you didn't really trust Corypheus. And I guess you trusted that the Inquisitor wouldn't break it, but, like, you didn't say not to break it.
Solus swapped places with
I was gonna say.
There's more to it than that.
Like, he got out because the veil was weakening, and, like, it was his dagger. You know, we don't have those he's a god. We don't have those, advantages. We gotta figure out something else. Oh, okay. But it looks like he did leave me a way out, honestly. Because you know how he's done this thing where, like, him and the Inquisitor, like, he always left clues and a trail for the Inquisitor to follow because he wants to be convinced of a different path. I think he still left a path for me to get out.
Hey, kid.
I know very...
Come on. Solus found a way out. Now you need to find yours.
Varric?
Is that's Nev?
He's not here. Of course he's not. So how do I get out?
I need to go about with my regrets. I need to confront my regrets.
Solus said this prison was built to hold gods.
Built to hold gods.
No?
And locked by regret. Didn't he say that, too?
She would know. Like, she'd pick it up.
Yeah.
She'd pick it up. Nev would know how to get out.
Rook,
Oh!
who's going to protect Docktown now that I'm gone, Rook?
No! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I told you the enchantments were dangerous. You chose me anyway.
You asked! I don't know if this is really Nev or... And the enchantments weren't dangerous, but it was... Elgarnon was triggered and grabbed her. She had just decided, like, she had just gone through this whole thing to, like, defend Docktown, and, like, she had just fallen in love a little bit with Lucanus. Like, I am such a monster.
I trusted you, and it got me killed.
I hope she's not dead. What did we learn about I'm sorry's? Sometimes they make it about you and not about the other person. I want to say that's wrong, but I think we're very, this is an emotionally volatile situation, so I want to say that's wrong, because it is. It's wrong. These things are being twisted, but, like, you know, still.
You're right. You're my friend, Nev. But we had to get those wards down. I made a choice. I live with the choices I make. The successes and the failures. We all believed in what we were fighting for. What we're still fighting for. And Nev knew what it might cost.
She did, kid. We all did. Because you always chose the hard truth over the easy lie. Solus, on the other hand.
Everyone's a pawn. Allies, even friends. He'll sacrifice them without a thought. Isn't that what pawns are for?
Harding.
Whatever it takes. Your words, weren't they? And you were right. You gave so much to all of us.
I just realized I killed both people that had budding romances going. They're both dead? She was gonna do so much.
You reminded me that what I feel isn't who I am. That I know the world is good and that I love the people in it.
This is a little bit of everyone. Lucanus, Emmerich, Tosh, Davlin, Balara. Or maybe that's Tosh. And that's, Nev. So then this would be Harding. The chair! Thought it was a case. Oh, this was cruel. This was cruel. I want to say Solus doesn't sacrifice people without a thought, but like, it hurts him every time. But this is cruel.
You did everything for the team. Brought us together, held us together when no one else could. And you never wavered, not once. So how could I?
Did I really kill Harding, beloved of the Inquisition?
Take care of the team for me. That's what Varric told me. And we were more than just a team. We were friends. But now you're gone. And the fight's not over. So I promise you this. I'm going to get out of here. Stop Elganon, stop Solus. And save the world. I'll make sure your sacrifice was worth it.
Great job, kid.
At least Varric's okay.
Now, what about mine?
Varric wasn't there. I sure hope he stayed. I hope he's not at risk. That's the one thing this whole time I'm like, well, Varric is obviously the mentor figure, right? Like the mentor voice. It makes sense that he would be here. In my head, but
where it all began.
What am I gonna see?
Did Varric?
I think you already know.
Did Varric die? Back at the beginning and I refused to see it? Is that why nobody's mentioned him this whole time?
We've got you back. If anyone can get through to him, you can.
Thanks, Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca. You need to listen!
Why didn't anybody say anything? Why didn't they say anything? He didn't deserve this. Varric deserved to retire. But he can never stay out of trouble. What's Hawk going to do? Like, I thought it was odd that, like, nobody seemed to respond to him. And, like, I'm trying to think back to that scene where, like, I wake up and I think Varric's in there with me. And Nev is like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. But none of that would have been necessarily directed at Varric. But this is the thing, is like, I get it. Like, this has been built up, right? But how come nobody said anything about Varric? Like, I'm sorry he's gone. At least that I remember. Harding and I talk about him a little bit. But, like, surely somebody would have said, we did a ceremony, there's something, you know? Like... And now, I spent the whole game, that's really sneaky, because I spent the whole game thinking that Solas and I could, like, I was like, there's no way that Solas and I, this character, can reconcile if he killed Varric. And they're like, JK, Varric's alive! And I'm like, how? You got stabbed right in the chest, but like, it's a video game. And even Solus says that he regrets what happened to Varric, but like, nobody's speaking like he's dead, necessarily. I can't believe they killed Varric. This is not what I wanted.
You can't be dead, Varric.
He was...
You've helped me so much. Told me what to do when I didn't know. We wouldn't have gotten this far without you.
But you did, Rook. You did all of this without me.
Because... you died.
Yeah. Sorry about that, kid.
It doesn't mean anything, but...
Sorry, Varric.
For what?
For not saving you.
Shit. Didn't you learn anything from this place? I made the choice. To talk to him. To try to reach him. Even knowing the risks. Because he was my friend.
But...
My decision, my sacrifice. And you don't get to take that from me.
But...
Every story's got an ending. This one just came a little earlier than I'd planned.
He was supposed to just write stories. Retire to the countryside, you know? What's Hawk going to do? Oh my gosh. This whole time I was going to him for help, and he was just... I think maybe the lighthouse knew that I needed him still, that I felt I needed him, and then I needed the advice that he gave. Man, I argued with him at the end for a second. Oh, I fell right into the trap of arguing for your parental figure and then losing them. Gosh dang it.
I'm gonna miss you, Varric.
Gonna miss you too, kid. But you've got your own story to finish.
This is not...
I just know the ending's going to be killer.
What happens now? To you?
I'll disappear. Go back to just being a memory.
Right.
Hey, don't get all misty-eyed on me, okay? I had a good run, and I don't regret a second of it.
What about Solus?
You talked to Mythal. You saw the memories. Solus wants to be a hero. That's who he is, deep down. But it's easier for him to play the villain. Because that means he didn't fail. All the damage he's done, the people he's hurt, it becomes a choice. Remind him who he really is.
What?
He might just listen.
How?
So how do I get out of here?
Listen to your team. Like you always do.
This way. It's thinner here.
Gotta be right.
They're waiting for you. Just take it one step at a time.
Can't.
Goodbye, Varric.
Can't.
And thank you.
Look!
Looking forward to seeing how it turns out. I'd say good luck, but you don't need it. You already have everything you need.
There! A light!
How am I supposed to
We've got something. Get
convince
ready.
Solus after he's killed Varric? he did that. It was an accident, I think, but he still did it. How am I supposed to look at Solus now and not?
I am Elganon, first of the firstborn, last of the Evangelis. Come to reign over you with fine and gentle hand. Citizens of Minrathous, give yourself to me. Together we shall unleash magic so glorious, so limitless, that all the world will be transformed.
At least Lucanus is alive, I guess.
He seized control of the Archon's palace?
While the Magisterium was in full session, only the Venatori seem to have
Where's
survived.
Dorian?
How were the Shadow Dragons?
Still fighting, last we heard. But Elganon's blighted the city, and the Venatori magically sealed the gates. No one's getting in or out.
Even the Minrathous Soluvians went dark. We can't check in with the Shadow Dragons. If it weren't for Solus, they'd already be dead.
Solus?
Solus?
He got to Minrathous just before the gates were sealed. He saved some civilians and killed some Venatori.
Now people are rallying behind the Dreadwolf, like he's the only one who can save them.
This whole time. I've been defending him. And is the did the Inquisitor know that Varric was dead? Because if so, how could she even think about having a life with Solus? I know, I say I know. I'm pretty sure he killed him accidentally, but like it was like a scuffle thing. But like, you're still wielding a knife in a scuffle and you stabbed a man much shorter than you. Like, I don't know. Here I am being like, oh yeah, Inquisitor, maybe there's a happy ending for you. I mean, he killed the love of his life, too. He killed Mythal. How am I supposed to play Inquisition now? And 2, how am I... God. Everybody from 2 just can't catch a break. I'm angry.
That lying bastard's always been good at getting people to believe in him. And once he takes down Elganon, he finishes his ritual. And whoever survived gets drowned in demons.
He can't hurt Elganon yet. That archdemon makes him invulnerable.
We think.
Right. Solus needs to kill it first.
And once that's done, Solus goes for Elganon with the dagger he took from us.
You can't hit Solus first. Like, this doesn't make me definitely go. This is everything he did, all the kindnesses he's done, the saving of people, like but letting us trust him, at least a little bit. Like, we had to trust the information he gave us. Like, he helped us save the Dalish in Arlathan, you know, and it probably in part to, like, prevent things from happening, you know, to prevent like Algernon like doing whatever ritual he was doing at the time. But it's like, is there anything left in there of you? Like, I don't know. But I feel like that's falling into the trap, you know, of like thinking that Solus is irredeemable. But at this point, I'm like, do I even want to? Like, Varric was not necessarily my Inquisitor's best friend, but Varric was my Hawk's best friend. Inseparable. And of everyone from 2 to be gone forever, that's not who I thought it would be. We just let Cullen... Cullen's been in the series since Origin, and we let Cullen retire to a farm. The other option is for him to die in a gutter, but... You know, at least you can do something, but...
That's why we need to get to Solus first.
He's not going to be happy when he sees you've escaped from his trap.
That's his problem. He's got the dagger, and the dagger is the only thing that can kill Elganon. We need to get it back.
We did attempt to create a dagger to replace the one Solus took.
What? We did? When?
It looks similar, even feels similar, but it won't cut through enchantments like the real one does.
So it cannot kill Elgranon.
Looks real enough.
But it is not. We don't have the right weapon to take down our target, and we lost too much killing Gillenane. We have no idea where Neve is or what Elgranon is doing to her.
And Harding is... she's
I'm
gone.
sorry. What was that? That chest, and I'm just remembering now in the Thane. Was there something in there that I missed? Man, I really did a number. The 2 people who... I guess Lucanus is operating on the assumption that Neve is not dead, but I'm worried that if we get her back, it won't be Neve, you know? Or maybe that's worse. At least Harding died who she was, you know? I can't believe I'm saying that. Well, and like I swear I did everything I did everything I could to make everyone as ready as possible, right? I can't imagine, would it be worse if they were free, or maybe they'll just pop back up and all this heartstring pulling will be for naught, but like, which feels kind of cheap, honestly. If you're gonna punch me, just punch me, don't pull it, you know what I mean? I have to hope Neve will at least survive. I wonder, now that I think about it, I wonder if Neve is alive, because she was angry with me in the regret prison. Harding. Whether or not it was her spirit, or a spirit embodying her, or whatever, or just her in my mind somehow, she believed in me. And so did Varric, and those were the ones that I'm pretty sure are dead. So maybe it was just how I imagined Neve to be angry, and so she's still alive, maybe? I don't know. And after Tosh has been through so much, look what I've done. Harding believed in us, so...
Neve would never let us hear the end of it if we left Elganon in charge of her city. And Harding always believed we should take the shot. They believed in this team. They trusted all of us. They aren't here to finish the fight. But we are. Get a message to anyone who's still out there. Tell them we're gonna stop Elganon, and we need their help to do it. Then fix up your gear and take care of any unfinished business. In the morning, we take back Minrathous.
You okay?
You see, I kind of looked to the side. It's like what I would do after these meetings is I would look at Varric and talk to him. I don't know if that's what that was, but... No, I am not okay.
No, but I will be.
Rook, we can get the word out to anyone who can still help us. In the meantime, you just need to rest. I'll come by your room in a bit to check on you, okay?
If this is going to be the old-fashioned fun, this is a really poor time for it, I'm not gonna lie. Did what Solus could not, moved forward. By accepting loss and saying goodbye to a beloved mentor, Rook returned to Thetis ready to make everyone's sacrifice count. And this whole time Solus is like, you weren't ready to make the sacrifices you needed in order to win this fight, and he was kind of right. I wasn't ready to let Varric go. But now I've had to let 2 people go. Although, to be fair, now it's saying goodbye to a beloved mentor only. You know, it doesn't add in the other one that I think is probably dead, and the other one that I'm like 50-50 on being dead. The Dragon and the Dread Wolf. Yeah, I'll bet everyone has things to say. Is one of these my room, though? Is my room glowing? Oh, I was like, it's Solus? It's going for... I was gonna be so... Oh, I was gonna be like, you cannot try that with me. The team gather in the kitchen to make final preparations. Have any final conversations with the team. This better not be the old-fashioned fun time. I couldn't do it right now. I just found out my father figure is dead. Like... I mean, to be fair, biologically speaking, when confronting death, people often, when you're confronted with the extremes of, like, life and death, essentially, people can get, very heavy on the life end of things, you know what I mean? Physical intimacy, just in general, like hugs, you know, that kind of a thing, like being close to people is comforting, right? And especially with death, sometimes it can be, it can go a little step further. So, I guess it makes sense like that, but I am personally, like, not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. You know, I mentioned a bit ago, right, that I was like, ooh, who's gonna be the person who betrays me in this game, blah, blah, blah. Turns out it was just me. I was betrayed by my own brain this whole time. Like, who's gonna do the terrible thing? Also Solus. It's like, you know, once again, he gets to be the betrayer for this game and the last game. Even though, you know, you should have seen it coming, but not that. I didn't expect that. To be fair, though, my other option is that because Nev has been taken, and it was either Nev or Belara, two mages, right? That was going to be taken in that situation, that they're going to come back, and they're going to betray me because of their... It would make sense for Nev, honestly, with, like, the loss of Minrathous and everything, that, like, somehow she could be manipulated into... into becoming sort of a puppet for Elgornan. And it would have made sense for Belara, kind of, too, because she could be manipulated with, like, the rise of the elves, sort of. You know, it would take, like, some big... For both of them, it would take both, like blood magic to, like, warp their minds and to warp their intentions like that. But, like, I could see it being done. So, that's interesting. God, I couldn't imagine, though, if you freaking... romanced either of them. This would be brutal. Wow. I wonder if it plays out differently. I have no idea. I keep thinking about Harding. It's hard not to. She was my friend and she was there. Now she's gone. I cried the other day when I was cooking supper. I was making apple cheesy butter noodles, not even really thinking about it. And I thought, Harding's going to love that I finally got around to making these. Then it hit me. I'll never get to tell her that. I'll never get to let her know how bad they tasted. I'm sorry, Harding. I should have made them sooner. I mean, it's not like we have days. We literally have, like, it gave us, like, a night. I don't know. Unless that's, like, a later thing. Missing in action. Lost hope. Oh. I mean, if they're both alive, and what, like, you know, with their own minds, it'll kind of feel like a cheap shot, you know, but I'm not going to complain too hard. I will complain because I'll be like, wow, that just, why would you do that? Yeah, I mean, it's heartstring pulling, but it's like, I don't know, like I said, it's kind of feels like a cop-out, you know, to be like, oh, look, we're heartstring pulling, and then, like, but I don't know, maybe they're like, we already pulled enough heartstrings with Varric, because you did. You did. At least for the old-timers who knew him. There are 2 games. Emmerich would be a good person to talk to after finding out all this, honestly. He who is beyond death at this point.
Tash and I have taken over tending the plants in Harding's room. Truth be told, I'm not sure she remembered to water them very often. But they bloomed for her all the same.
She saved my life. All our lives.
All of Thedas owes Lace Harding a debt she would never have even considered.
We'll do her proud in Minrathous.
And against Elgar'nan.
Her and Emmerich were good friends, too.
How's things back home, Emmerich?
Outbreaks of malicious spirits, panic at the eclipse. The Watchers are helping keep order. Fortunately, we're not as vulnerable to Darkspawn as some other kingdoms.
You can't blight what's already dead.
Ah, speaking of which, some of the same undead you stopped during the War of the Banners are now tasked with supporting our living legions.
Oh.
It's probably for the better I'm not home right now, then.
Best to let our undead gentry sate themselves in war.
When Gillenane died, it was like the Fades spilled into the real world for a moment.
A small taste of what Solus would have done if you hadn't stopped him from tearing down the Veil back when this started.
It was a team effort. Me, Harding, Nev, and Varric.
We ask you to plunge back into battle without a proper chance to mourn. I wish I'd known Master Tethras. That you had such kind memories of him speaks of a gentle heart. I'm relieved beyond measure that we took the time to visit Blackthorn Manor, Rook. Given Johanna's partnership with the Venatori, I'm sure they would have eagerly employed her bone construct had we not stopped her.
Puh. I'll have to put together something more useful once I'm out of here.
We've already discussed the likelihood of this, Johanna. Onwards, my friend. I'll be ready, whatever awaits us.
Thank you. I wonder if things would have been harder if, like, we hadn't done some of these things, you know? I have to talk to Tosh and Lucanus. So much to mourn.
She saved us. Saved me. She was so small and so strong.
I'm sorry, Tosh.
Just like my mother. I knew it was a mistake.
Yeah.
Everyone I love dies. But what you said was right. She'd want us to finish the job. So just say the word. I'll burn down anything in our way.
And that's what I've left with her with, is that as an idea.
The Antam and Ravain have gone berserk. They're killing anything that moves. Be a lot worse if the Dragon King were leading them. The lords have kept them away from cities and towns so far. You saved a lot of lives when you helped me put him down.
Well, there's that.
Elgernon lost it after you disappeared. He raged about us killing Gillenane. Brought down a huge pillar of fire on the island. We barely got away in time. A lot of Antam didn't. It burned so bright that we all saw purple for hours. Turned the whole island to glass.
Then how'd you get me out?
Let me know when it's time. I'm ready.
Like, how'd they... I assumed they were looking at fade tears, you know? Maybe he did love Gillenane. Like a little sister, you know? It's still the eclipse. It's still going.
Nev meant so much to me, you know?
She did.
She was my big sister. Not the kind you fight with, but the kind you want to be like. The kind I tried to be to Syrian. But she's gone. Taken by my gods. Nev Gallus. Minrathous detective. And the best friend I've ever had. And now, shit.
It's all right, Balara.
Let's finish this fight. For Nev. And for Harding.
I'm kind of surprised the note was about her and Harding, although they both did enjoy cooking.
Arlethan Forest is nothing but chaos. The Veil is in shreds. Demons everywhere. Reality's falling apart.
That bad?
Yeah, that bad. It'd be even worse if we hadn't stopped Anaris, but it's bad enough.
Well, yours makes me feel like...
We need to take down Elgernon and Solus.
Like...
Or else Arlethan's just the prelude to what's coming our way.
That one makes me feel like we didn't do anything.
Whatever Elgernon's doing, the lighthouse feels it.
How do you mean?
I don't know. It's hard to explain, but there's just a sense of sadness. Can a building be sad? If it can, this one is. It's also scared. Can't forget that. I'm surprised that fake dagger is as close to the original as it is.
Why is that?
The enchantments, they weren't all that powerful, but they were incredibly complex. Whatever else you say about Solus, he's skilled and subtle. Makes him all the more dangerous. Ready to go whenever you are, Rook.
It's a little weird that we're not having cutscenes, but that we are having, like, weird little, like, just poking them. I was wondering if Lucanus would be in here. I'm sorry.
Doing this without Nev.
I'm sorry, Lucanus. I know how important she was to you.
She restored much of my faith in people. I wanted to give her the world she deserved. I was lucky to have her in my life at all. Now, all I have left is to avenge her. We want blood.
She was taken. She might still...
False hope could kill me, Rook.
Yeah.
Despite the cost, Gillenane is dead. We should still count it a victory.
I knew you wouldn't miss twice. Are you okay?
I'm well, though that was no ordinary death blow. I assure you that striking down a god is not something any killer can mistake. That is worth remembering, given we still have 2 gods to destroy. Now comes the fight for those we can still save. The crows have been busy in Treviso. The madness of the comic, the butcher, Evengi's mistakes. The wounds will heal with time, presuming the world does not end first. But victory is no final battle. It is everything that comes after.
Wise words.
When you are ready to end this, Spite and I will be at your side.
I wonder if Nev was still here, if they'd be like together, you know? Let's go see what Davrin wants. Oh boy. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here on the off chance that things in here are a little more old-fashioned than I'm anticipating. Well, I am anticipating, but it's a bad timing in my mind, but we'll see. If not, maybe I'll just put all these together and it'll be fine, but for now, we'll go ahead and call it here. So, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. I'm gonna cut away and say thank you to my patrons. I want to say thank you to all my patrons, starting out with my Acorn tier patrons. Thank you so much, Thane, for your support, and thank you so much, Leo, for your support. If I say that wrong, I'm so sorry. I want to give an extra special shout out to my Sapling tier patrons. Thank you so much, Reese Galito, for your support. I very much appreciate it, and I still appreciate the blanket. Thank you. And I really want to say thank you to my other supporter, Sebastian James, my old friend. Thank you so much for your support. I very much appreciate you as well. And I want to give an extra special shout out to my Forest tier patrons who have gone above and beyond in their support of me and the channel and who I truly cannot thank enough. So thank you so much, Christopher, as always, for your support. I treasure it a lot. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Nightshade, for joining the crew up there in the forest. I appreciate you so much, and I hope you're enjoying the videos. So thank you all again for joining me and for being on Patreon and watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.